Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bulldog Gym on the campus of John Hardin High School in Radcliffe, Kentucky for tonight's high school basketball action between the homestanding John Hardin Bulldogs and the visiting Green Wave from Meade County. My name is Larry Miller, and with me tonight on color is Hugh O'Brien. This telecast is made possible by Brandenburg Telecom, live on our Brandenburg Telecom Channel 1. It is produced under the direction of James Segul and the Hardin County students of TV production classes throughout the county. This broadcast is shown, or telecast rather, is shown on a delayed basis on Hardin County Educational TV. Check your listings for time. Tonight's game, John Hardin, coached by Artie Braden, comes into this game with a sparkling 13-1 record, their only loss being to Elizabethtown 64-54 in the finals of the King of the Bluegrass tournament on December 20th. Last Friday night, the Bulldogs turned the tables on that same Elizabethtown team at Elizabethtown 47-43. They have won their last 6 in a row. Meade County, coached by Jerry Garris, enters the game with a 9-5 record, having won their last 3 games and 5 of their last 6, the lone loss being to Louisville Trinity. The common opponents for these two teams have been Fort Knox High School and North Hardin High School. Both John Hardin and Meade County have defeated each of these teams. Meade County, a member of the 17th District since 1967, was moved this year to the 3rd Region and the 11th District. This move was made by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association in an attempt to balance the number of teams in each district and region across the state. When John Hardin became a member of the 17th District a few years ago, this gave the 17th District 6 teams. And the rest of the region had only 4, and this was not uncommon throughout the state. And the KHSAA made changes throughout the state last year and moved many teams into different districts and regions. While this game will lack some of the importance of a district game where seeding is involved, both these teams are on a roll and would like their winning streaks to continue. Tonight, Meade County has to be considered a decisive underdog in this game. John Hardin is rated in the top 20 in the state, and as we said, with a 13-1 record. What do you see that Meade County must do to be able to play with John Hardin tonight?
Well, walking in here tonight, Larry, Meade County is going to see a familiar opponent. Haven't been in this district for the past several years and shifted out of it. So that part of it won't surprise them that much. John Hardin, they know they're going to press, and they know that they want to play some up-tempo and try to run off of their defense. Meade County, on the other hand, you ask the question, what do they have to do? Well, their ball handlers have to handle the ball. Their shooters have to make open shots when they get prime opportunities. I think protecting the basketball probably will be the key for the Green Wave tonight.
I think you're right. I think John Hardin, they do some pressing, but in their half-court defense has been excellent in the games that I've seen them, and they really get after you, force you to take shots you don't want to take, get them a little bit quicker. Meade County has a nice size in Riley Beanock. He's a big point guard, 6'5", handles the ball very well. I would look for him probably to try to handle some of that pressure. I talked to Coach Garris before the game. He said that he maybe may go 1-4 against John's man-to-man defense. Try to put everybody on the baseline, let Riley handle it. He's going to be big enough to jump up over whoever guards him for the shot there, and if they try to double, then he's a good enough passer to hit. So I think that's going to be his game plan to face that defensive pressure.
Yeah, and that's a good chance to allow him the opportunity to be creative and create stuff not just for himself but for his teammates also.
Let me go over the starting lineups tonight. For John Hardin, they'll start Brandon Bland. He's a 6-foot senior averaging 15.8 points a game, 4.5 rebounds at one guard. Brandon Johnson, about a 5'10 junior, averaging 7.5 points per game. At center is Greg Lesage, 6'6", averaging 4.8 points and 5.3 rebounds per game. May Stallworth at one forward, 6'3" senior, their leading scorer at 17.2 points per game and 6.3 rebounds. And Jaron Mourning, surprise starter tonight, starting in place of Ricky Price. He's a senior, averaging just 1 point per game. For Meade County, they'll start with one guard, 5'9", Adrian Whalen. He's averaging 12.6 points per game. The other guard, Brian Dow at 5'9", 4.5 points per game. Riley Beanock, as we talked, also at guard. They're playing starting 3 guards, a 6'5", junior, averaging 11.4 points per game, 6.3 rebounds from the point guard spot. His brother, Jordan Beanock, a senior, 6'2", averaging about 18 points per game, 8.1 rebounds, their leading scorer. And at center, 6'6", Levi Mattingly. He's averaging 4.28 rebounds, and 8.2 points. At this time, we'll stand for our national anthem. Colors will be presented by the John Hardin ROTC.
Color guard tonight, the national flags being by Cadet Sergeant Cody Sanders. State flag by Cadet Sergeant Ethan Harboat. Guards Cadet Sergeant Eddie Kidwell and Cadet Sergeant Joseph Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, now a moment of silence, please, as we remember our men and women in our armed services, also our president and our country, and these young men that are getting ready to play this game. A moment of silence, please. Thank you, and now to honor our country, our national anthem being played tonight by the award-winning John Hardin High School Pet Band.
We'll watch here as the colors leave the floor.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies. Welcome to the campus of John Hardin High School.
You have seen both teams play this year, and both teams have a very enjoyable way of playing. I like the way both teams have excellent athletes. The Beanock brothers at Meade County both jump very well, both can shoot the ball well. Whalen has a lot of quickness. When he's on, he really knocks down the three. So they have ability to score in three different spots in big numbers. John Hardin, of course, has the outstanding play of May Stallworth and Brandon Bland. Both of them averaging above 15 points a game. Play a dynamic defense. I think they play a defense as well as anybody in our area here. They don't like to run up and down the floor very much. They'd rather get in a half-court set, force you to guard them, and then they get some pretty easy shots. They run a nice motion offense, do a lot of picking, and they're both very enjoyable teams to watch.
Yeah, and Meade County's got a lot of guys returning from last year. We did several of their games last year when they were still in the district, so familiar with their players, and they do move the ball well on offense, such as John Hardin does. John Hardin runs a lot of that back pick along the baseline. So easy after they turn it over 2 or 3 times to get lost defensively. Meade County's going to have to fight against that.
I would think Meade will have a difficult time guarding John in a man-to-man. I'd be surprised to see Meade County open up in a man. I know Coach Garrett prefers to play a lot of man, but the type of quickness he's facing tonight, I think he'll probably try something different.
Yeah, I think he'll probably switch up and play several different defenses, you would imagine.
He's had some success with a 1-2-2 zone that he's played against a lot of teams. I don't know, with Stallworth's ability to shoot from outside and Brandon Bland, you give both them an open shot out there, it's going to be a difficult night, I'm afraid. I look for him to do something possibly with depending on where they play, Stallworth and Bland. Maybe a boxing one, triangle and two, something a little different. Looks like that John Harden started the people that we had mentioned in the pregame here.
That's a tweak from the previous games with Morning starting.
Yes, Morning's averaging only 0.8 points a game. I don't know. Did you notice if Ricky Price was on the bench?
He's in uniform.
He's in uniform. Brandon Bland will jump center against Jordan Beanock. Inside.
They actually ran a play off the jump ball as Bland rolled out after he tipped it and ran to the hole for the alley-oop. Wasn't that great a pass. He had to land with it, but was able to get it up and in.
And John, as we said, is full court man-to-man press. Riley Beanock at the point. They did go 1-4 on the baseline. Whalen out of the corner.
Not close.
Bland to the basket. He's difficult to guard, as he's shown already. 4 points for Brandon Bland. We played less, or just a half a minute.
Meade County's got to be careful about settling for that three here early in the ball game. You'd like to put John Harden, make their aggressiveness play against them, maybe pick up some fouls on them.
Another turnover for Meade.
Great start for John Harden. Coach Garris gets early 30-second timeout as they come out shooting lights out.
That was Brandon Johnson with the three-pointer. 7-0. We've played 48 seconds here at John Harden High School.
I think Meade County, they need to try to get some stuff going to the basket early. Yeah, ideally, they'd like to be in the bonus. Early in the ball game, they've got really good shooters. Their outside shooters are real solid. Also from the foul line, that's a way that they could get some points without the defense right up in their face like John Harden normally is.
I think just as you said in the pregame there, the pressure is going to be the test of whether Meade County can play with this bunch or not.
Oh, yeah, you turn it over real quick here early, you're going to get yourself in such a hole. They're already down 7-0. They need a couple good offensive possessions coming down.
Meade's going to have to pick up their pace, not playing at a very good pace at this point.
John Harden's so good at taking you out of doing the things that you like to do. They can make you go to something that you're not familiar with.
Whalen double team, gets the pass over to Jordan Beanock. Missed it, but Mattingly up with the rebound, missed again. Well, Meade had two good shots there. Couldn't get either to fall, but that's was two good shots.
Yeah, nice jumper in the lane and a chance for a putback, so that's what you want.
Morning running the point. Now he gives it to Bland. Bland over to Johnson, Lesage. Johnson's going to try another three from the same spot. Not quite there, but Bland with a putback. Bland's got three baskets here early in this game, 9-0.
They've scored on every possession. Missed a shot that time, but still scored.
Stallworth, nice drive to the basket, going to pick up a foul probably on Jordan Beanock.
Jordan Beanock, his first team first at the line for the Bulldogs. May Stallworth will be shooting two.
Stallworth went strong to the board there, or went strong to the basket.
Well, exactly the start you want in a home ball game. Defend your gym. Minute 40 in, and Mays makes these two. They're up 11-0.
Just the first. Stallworth is a good free throw shooter.
I think he's 70 plus.
69-5.
Right at it.
Dow comes into Whalen again. Double team in the backcourt.
They
Whalen's
run and
lost
jump.
It inside to Johnson. Another basket.
Meade's not even able to break half court the last couple of times. John Harden's just eating them up with the full court defense.
Jordan Beanock puts Meade County on the board, 13-2.
Nice pull up and nice rise on the jump shot to get it off.
Meade County with a little bit of a half-court trap, three-quarter court trap of their own. Looks like Dow is with Stallworth. Other players are in a 1-3 zone over to Johnson. Johnson another three from the same spot. Made the first one.
Johnson making them pay for all that concentration on Stallworth, which you almost have to do the way Mays plays. But Brandon coming out of the gates right over there on that left-hand wing with 2 long threes.
Johnson has made 33% of his three-point shots. He's not a bad free throw or three-point shooter.
Yeah, he shoots about 3 of them a game, so that's not unusual for him to launch that.
Over to Mattingly for about a 10-footer on the baseline. Good. Levi Mattingly. Center popped out for a short jumper.
Yeah, Whalen got into the defense, got down inside, and was able to draw a second man. Nice outlet pass to get open shot.
Brandon Bland with a soft touch.
They're scoring every single possession. Already 18 points.
Whalen with a nice move to the basket, picks up a foul on, looks like Lesage.
Whalen's shifty down in there. He's not real big, but he's able to get himself down into some deep spots with some good ball handling.
Got a lot of quickness and a little herky-jerky there. Kind of throws the defense off.
Yep. Does a good job of using the bounce to get himself to open spots and to help find teammates.
In the game for the Bulldogs,
18-5. John Harden with a quick, big lead.
Well, that's one thing that I think can be an advantage for Meade County tonight, is the free throw shooting. Over the last couple seasons, this group of guys has been real solid at the line. I say that, and he pops one right on off the back of the rim. But
happens every time. Meade staying. Looks like there's no. They've gone man to man. Johnson's brought him out of the defense they'd worked on. Good. That was a strong rebound by Hughes, Kerry Hughes.
That was on number 21, Riley Beanock, his first team second.
Hughes snuck into the game on me there in place of Lesage.
So Hughes did a good job there, not assuming Mays is going to make the layup. As they give him a little bump and he doesn't make it, Kerry follows him right to the basket and is able to clean it up off the miss.
Hughes misses both free throws. Rebound off to Jordan Beanock and to Dow and back to Riley Beanock. Pass underneath. Levi Mattingly with a strong move. Nice pass from Riley Beanock. Mattingly gets the bucket and a foul.
A little different look. That time John Harden was 1-3-1. Meade County was able to throw the diagonal pass to the block. That's the one thing the weak side wing in the 1-3-1 can't let happen.
Mattingly's a big target back there, and Jordan Riley Beanock 6'5" on the point makes it a fairly easy pass.
Yeah, you get big guys catching and passing. It makes it a little bit better over traps and zone defenses there.
Meade's picked up the pressure on defense, but out to Bland.
Good stop and go move by Morning there, but once he got the basket, not much of a layup.
Bland straight through the middle of the defense.
They called him on the ground. John Harden bench doesn't like it, but going to be a common foul.
It'll be on Adrian Whalen. Brandon Bland made a nice move to the basket there. Was open for an easy shot, but they called the foul before he got into the shooting motion.
He's been real aggressive offensively here in the first 4 minutes.
Out to Johnson.
Price into the lineup.
From Price. Rebound comes, rattles around and comes back out to John. Bland possession. Over to Johnson. A little step back from where he was before.
Price missed the follow, tried to tip it in, but Stallworth steals it out of there and lays it in.
Stallworth just took it away from Beanock.
Yeah, reached in there and just pulled it right off of him.
Whalen with three. Mattingly with the tip.
Well timed on the jump. That ball kicked high off the rim, and good timing to get the tip to follow home.
Price, their normal starters in the game now. Number 11 with the ball. Johnson.
They're subbing a lot, already as early. He's got Adams up at the scores table waiting right now.
Stallworth strong to the basket, but Jordan Beanock may have had a finger on that. Jordan Beanock in the corner. They cover him up. Dow with an open shot. Got a nice 14-footer.
Meade County squeezed this down a little bit at 20-12, making some shots.
Bland, I don't know how that ball didn't go in. Looked like it was in the netting and still came back out.
He got every bit of the rim on the roll around there. They've got to push Bland more to his right. They're allowing him to get that step and get to the left, and he's strong on that left side. He's pretty good right hand, but you want to push him to his right hand weak side.
Brandon Bland at the free throw line with 2. It's the first.
In the game for the Bulldogs, number 44, Greg Lesage, and number 5,
Bryson Adams replaces Johnson for John Harden.
Lesage back into the lineup for Hughes.
Bland going for double figures. He's going to stay at 9.
Well, that one's out of here.
I don't know which one of the guys Riley Beanock was looking at, but neither thought it was coming to them, and just went between Jordan and Mattingly and out of bounds.
Pretty tall for either one of them if they'd have been waiting on it. He got it all behind that pass.
Meade's now in their 1-2-2. This is the zone defense that I've seen Meade play a lot of this year. Bland out of the corner. Ooh, way long. Oh, that could have been a walk. Didn't call it.
That baseline shot, there's nothing behind it. It's hard to get that perspective as he shoots that one real long. Whalen shot one earlier that was quite a bit long out of the far corner.
Riley. Mattingly makes another move to the basket. Mattingly surprisingly has 7 points early here in this first quarter. Meade County's leading scorer. Stallworth with the 3. It's long.
Oh, good show of the ball to get the ball fake. The guy flies by. Bland takes one dribble and shoots an easy little jumper.
Bland, that's 11 points for Bland here. We haven't played the first quarter yet.
Yeah. Great play. Shows a lot of practice time put in with that show of the ball because it was perfect.
Whalen on the point for Meade County.
John Harden man-to-man. That 1-3-1 trip didn't help him as they threw it to the opposite block and got a basket.
Meade looks a little confused at this point. It switched man-to-man, back to a man-to-man, as you said, and Meade hasn't adjusted real well. Jordan Beanock back to Whalen. Whalen in the corner to Riley Beanock, but a double team, he's going to have to give it up. Stolen from Whalen. Price in for a layup.
Meade County looks confused on offense. I don't know if all the guys are in sync with what set they're trying to run or what play they're trying to run down here. Everybody looks a little bit out of kilter. Lesage with good hands to get in the passing lane. Stopped what looked like could have been a layup.
Brandon Bland gets a finger on that one, but they're going to call him for a foul.
He got a little ball maybe on the follow through there. A little bit, whistles a little bit after the block.
Jordan Beanock at the line. His first trip tonight. He'll have 2. 3 it says. Okay. 25-13. 42 seconds here in the first quarter.
3 free throws. Good chance for him to squeeze it down. Going to the line is a good free throw shooter.
Back in the game for the Bulldogs, Brandon Bland.
Meade had cut it to 6, 18-12. And then John ran off 7 straight points. Jordan Beanock get 3 of them back, cuts the lead back to 10. 25-15. They're going to call Adams for being out of bounds. Double team by Meade County. Adams backs up and evidently stepped on the baseline.
Big offensive quarter for John Harden. Yeah, they played the latest game against E-Town was in the 40s, right? And then tonight they got 25 with a little bit of time left in the first quarter.
Looks like John is back in man-to-man at this point. Yep. Maybe their matchup. They play a pretty good matchup.
And it looks like they're chasing them out there, especially the shooters out to the wings. They'll run and jump out of it there. Johnson followed it out, and the trap bothers Meade County again.
That's what That's what John likes to do. They'll make the dribbler turn his back and then double team and shoot a defender in behind. If you don't get the steal, it puts a lot of pressure on him.
They don't always do the same thing every possession, too. That confuses you on offense some.
Price, a long three-pointer. It's no good. John Harden's going to hold a 10-point lead here at the end of the first quarter, 25-15. Brandon Bland already has 11 points for John, and Brandon Johnson has 8 quickly. Had 2 threes there in the first 3.5 minutes of the game, and another 2 sandwiched in between those 2 threes. Meade County is led by Levi Mattingly, 7 points. He got the recipient of a couple of nice passes under the basket. Went strong to the basket on another and made a free throw there for 7 points. And Jordan Beanock has 5. He made those 3 free throws after being fouled in the corner.
Yeah, John Harden puts up 25 points in the first quarter, and Stallworth really not a lot of action, a couple free throws and a basket, but Bland came out just so aggressive on the offensive end, really looking for a shot right from the opening tip. They threw a lob to him off the first jump ball, and he's been aggressive from the get-go.
John Harden's high point total for this season is 72 points against Nelson County when they won on the 29th of December, 72-46. They're certainly on target to run past that tonight. Meade County threw up 82 points against Hancock County back on December the 6th, and 86 points against Frederick Fraze. We won't count that one.
Maybe, maybe not, right? But John Harden, though, I mean, that's a pretty big quarter considering where they've stood all season. I mean, they play a lot of games in the 50s. They put up 25 there early. And, again, the key was they scored about the first 6 or 7 times they had possession. They got something out of every possession there early, and that just kind of snowballs. When you're shooting good, the basket seems to look a little bigger to you.
They had 3 or 4 steals in the backcourt for some easy shots, too. That always helps.
Yep.
John is into their matchup, I'd call it. A lot of pressure on the basketball. They picked up their defense intensity. Over to Riley Beanock. He's short about a foot.
Stallworth bothered that, ran at him.
Brandon Bland with the basketball. Meade back in their 1-2-2.
And be careful about getting that thing so wide. Waylon chasing that guy out there 30 feet from the basket creates cutting lanes for John Harden.
Stallworth with a long three that's good.
I guess that's why he's chasing it out so wide. Mays is on that wing.
He has tremendous range. He's made some long shots that I've seen last year in the tournament play. He was amazing, his outside shooting.
Yeah, if he's inside that volleyball line, he feels like he's got a shot to knock it down.
In the middle of Jordan Beanock for a nice 10-foot jumper.
Yeah, Meade County's making the shots they're getting. The key for them is not turn it over and get possessions where you get shot opportunities. Good pass.
That was an excellent pass by Bland into Lesage.
They've got that zone of Meade County spreading just a little bit more because they've made outside shots, and that created that passing lane.
You've got to respect Bland on the drive as well. Got a double team. They take it away from Dow. Stallworth over inside to Bland.
2 nice assists last 2 possessions. And Coach Garris back to timeout, trying to slow down the little run.
32-17 here, 15-point lead, 6:29 left in the second quarter. Really, the offense has come pretty easy for John Harden tonight. I don't keep a shot chart here, but they've got to have shot a tremendous percentage at this point.
Yeah, well, they've made 4 3-pointers, I think. And then the shots that have been mid-range, Bland's risen up over everybody, but they've shot a ton of layups. I mean, they've got to have 5 or 6 layups out of their 32 points.
Some of that off of steals in the backcourt, and the last one here, a really, really excellent pass from Bland into Lesage for an easy basket. Meade's 1-2-2 zone just it looks like the baseline man probably took a step to the corner thinking the pass was going there, and nice head fake by Bland and then stuffed it inside to Lesage for an easy basket.
Yeah, the perimeter shooting has spread them out just enough to create those lanes. Yeah. John Harden, Stallworth had to put back earlier too, so another layup there as we're kind of counting them off and figuring out where all they get baskets from. He got an offensive rebound right underneath and put it home.
Right.
Meade County not making them pay for the full court pressure down here. Able to get it on down the court, but you got to make a pressing team pay.
Maybe a little bit hesitant in what they want to do once they get it across midcourt. They're giving John Harden a chance to recoup there and get back into position. And John is tough when you let him get in position for defense.
Yeah, and they know that the way they press, you got to sprint back, and if those guys will hustle back, you don't have but a couple seconds to do something before you're back 5-on-5.
Over to Johnson. That's his spot. Sage in the corner. Bland drives to the hook. Nice move.
They got to figure out when he shows it to you, he's going to go strong left. He's done that about 4 times tonight. Meade County's got to learn to play that.
Whalen splits a double team. Goes to the basket where Lesage fouls him on the arm. It'll be a 2-shot foul.
Foul is on number 44, Greg Lesage. That's his 3rd, team's 5th.
3 fouls on the big guy for John Harden.
For the Green Wave, he'll be shooting 2.
Whalen at the line his 2nd time. He's 1 of 2 the last time. Makes his 1st here.
Kerry Hughes will get Lesage out with those 3 fouls.
Replaces Greg Lesage.
Hughes comes off the bench. Hughes came in, played well the last time. He about 6 inches shorter probably than Lesage, but he played well. Whalen again goes 1 for 2.
Big, strong kid, though. I mean, he can make position just off his strength.
Stallworth outside, a long 3. Nothing but net.
Well, he starts feeling this thing. They're at 37, 5.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Riley Beanock over to brother Jordan. Riley down to Mattingly, another move to the basket. Nice move.
Yeah, he's been their most solid performer here in the first half. Everything he's done has seemed to go right for him.
That's 9 for Mattingly, 9 of Meade County's 20 points.
I don't know what Bland did. He looks confused, but there was a walk call here in the backcourt. I think everybody's focus had gone up court because he was kind of dribbling up, no pressure at all, and they get a traveling call.
Price back in for Morning. Out to Whalen, he'll launch it a little bit short. Tried to tie up Stallworth, but Stallworth pulls it away. John attacks again, up 37-20. 5 minutes here, and Stallworth feeling it. A little bit long. Jordan Beanock with the rebound to brother Riley. Dow handling the ball in front court. In the middle to Jordan. Nice basket, nice jump shot.
Good shot. Got contested in the air, was able to just put a little bitty hitch on it and get it off and got a soft kind roll.
Johnson to Price, and Price to Bland. I don't know if that's a 3 or not. Doesn't matter, he missed it. Riley Beanock. John Harden in their matchup. Backed off the pressure a little bit. Whalen over to Dow, and Dow almost lost it. Jordan Beanock. Mattingly had the rebound. Bland just went over the top and grabbed it. Johnson to Bland in the corner. Bland trying to force it inside to Stallworth. Now Bland. Jordan Beanock with another board. Jordan Beanock playing a solid quarter on the boards, shooting it. Price with the foul on Riley Beanock.
Yeah, Riley crossovered right there, got Ricky leaning the wrong way. Big bump right there on top, easy call.
That's John's 5th foul of the half. It'll be a common foul. Meade County will take it out on their own basket. Riley to trigger. .320 to play. John Harden with a 15-point lead. John in their matchup zone over to Mattingly. Mattingly's feeling it, but I'm not sure he has the range for that shot. Hughes got the rebound and was fouled by Whalen. That's going to be that's going to put John Harden in the bonus lead. I guess that's a 6th foul.
Whalen hollering he got all ball there. Chris Thompson tells him walk away.
Three-pointer.
Adams out of the corner.
By Bryson Adams.
Well, they've had a lot of guys making those tonight. Johnson, Stallworth, Adams. I think Bland might have made one earlier.
Mattingly makes a nice basket with a jump hook. Puts it in the hole.
He's playing really well. I was surprised he missed that baseline jumper last time. He's shooting so well. When he let it go, I thought it was good.
Got 11 of Meade County's 24 here in the first half. Johnson with the ball in the corner. Inside in the middle of Stallworth, about a 16-footer. Mays hasn't missed many either.
Yeah, Whalen got hung up on him around the foul line there. Mays is able to go right up over the shorter player.
Dow throws the ball to Stallworth. Stallworth all the way for an easy bucket.
Again, another layup.
44-24. Jordan Beanock, top of the circle. Adrian Whalen was the drive. Got cut off. Back to Jordan. I think Coach Braden like a palming there. Or
yeah, he thought Whalen used the carry to get out of the corner trap.
Whalen
stepped on the sideline.
Yeah, he trapped by two big guys in the corner there, no place to go.
Yep, stepped back, used his pivot foot to try to make some position, but stepped back right on the line.
Bland back in the game. Replaces Adams. No, excuse me, takes Johnson out of the game. Price and Adams, Bland and Stallworth and Hughes in the game for John Hardin. Price in John's favorite spot. He's going to let one go. A little bit long. Mattingly with a strong rebound. Riley Beanock up to Whalen. Whalen over to Dow and in the corner to Jordan Beanock. Back out to Dow, and he almost lost it, but he recovers.
He tight-roped half court just a couple minutes back.
Whalen can't get a shot off. He wants to take that shot over there, but Bland is all over him when he gets the ball.
John Hardin does a great job of closing out on outside shooters. Their speed and quickness to the ball is able to shut down perimeter game.
Stallworth with a steal and a basket. Stallworth and Bland both have been amazing in this game.
Yeah, they've shot at least a dozen layups here in the first half, just going strong and right to the hole.
Riley Beanock bringing the ball and gets some pressure and a foul. Blocking foul on Adams.
I think they've hit the bonus, so he'll walk over and take a couple, well, one and the bonus on the free throw line.
This will be Riley's first trip to the line. I'm not sure Riley's taking a shot. I don't remember it. He hasn't made one.
I had him out on the top, probably 30 feet from the basket, moving the ball early. And
Meade's probably not going to score enough points if Riley doesn't get in the scoring column here. He's
as good a half as Mattingly's having. He's probably not the offensive threat that Riley's going to be there.
Well, I'm sure Coach Garris likes to see the points from Mattingly, but he's expecting some from Riley as well.
Yeah, those from Mattingly are probably more of a bonus. You kind of get to counting on those from the Beanock boys.
Price back to Bland in the corner to Stallworth. Looked for it. Out to Bland. Stallworth launches another three. This looks it's a little long.
They might get another one off. There it is.
Bland, no. 46-26. John Hardin over Meade County. Brandon Bland, 8, 10, 14, 15 points here at the half. Brandon Johnson has 8 points, all early, the first 3 or 4 minutes of the half of the first quarter. Lesage has 2, Ricky Price 2. Stallworth has 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points. He's the leading scorer for John. Bryson Adams has 3. For Meade County, Adrian Whalen has 2 out of 4 free throws for 2 points. Ryan Dow has a bucket for 2. Riley Beanock 2 out of 2 free throws for just 2 points. Jordan Beanock has 9. And Levi Mattingly has 11. So a total of 46 for John Hardin, 26 for Meade County here at halftime. Got with me as a special guest here at halftime Mitch Crump, who's the superintendent of Meade County Schools. Mitch, I appreciate you coming by at halftime here and saying hello and speaking with us here.
Appreciate the invitation.
We have something going on in this state that I think our listeners and watchers here would be interested in hearing your perspective on. You and a group, you can tell us who those were if you like, proposed Proposal 20 at the Delegate Assembly back in the fall with the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. What exactly is Proposal 20 for our people that may not be familiar with it?
Well, Proposal 20 is the one that you have been listening to on the radios and the television and in the newspaper that basically said 2 years ago there was a vote for the public and private schools to participate in the district, regional, and state competition in separate tournaments. And it come very close to passing 2 years ago, and the public side feels like there's an inequity going on among our kids having an equal opportunity to be successful. Now, that's not saying anything other than our kids don't want an advantage, but they want to be treated equal, at least an equal opportunity to be success. So we had dialogue for 2 years, and it seemed like nothing was getting accomplished with our students, and we felt like with them being able to recruit Mr. Miller and them being able to give scholarships and them having no geographical boundaries and no Title IX issues in their single-sex schools, and also their numbers are skewed when it comes to classifications. For instance, Trinity will have 1,500 kids playing in a 4A football league, and we're having 700 boys in Meade County High School. So with the inequities that were going on, we continued to try to work and have dialogue with the private side to get them to come to us about a proposal that would make things even. We could not get any compromise or communication through them, so 32 districts in the Green River Cooperative decided that we would address this with the state board, the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, as well as the voting delegates here in the state of Kentucky with the Kentucky High School Athletic Associations. And we wrote a proposal that basically said when it comes district, regional, state competition time, that there would be 2 tournaments, and that would be public and private. And since then, a lot of things have taken place to try to get everyone at the table, and we have. We didn't originally want to split, but what we wanted was our kids, again, going back to the equity issue, to have an opportunity to be treated with a chance to win and a chance to compete evenly.
That proposal passed overwhelmingly in the Delegate Assembly. Then, as most of our people would probably know, it went to the Board of Control, and where it failed.
Correct.
In the Board of Control. So there you have a mixed signal. You have your delegates. What do you think about a Board of Control? And I may be putting you on the spot here. That doesn't reflect the sentiment of its members, which the Delegate Assembly is the sentiment of the members of this organization.
Well, you probably understand where I'm coming from. Like you said, 195 to 45, we wrote the proposal, and I think the majority spoke. And so when the Board of Controls did not support the proposal and the wishes of their members, it's just like anywhere else. You're very disappointed in their vote and the outcome of that, because the members did speak, and the members did see the inequities, and the members never saw the privates come with any type of proposal. And that's what maybe was the most disappointing, and I think that was the driving factor why there was such a outcry of we really feel like we want our kids to have an equal opportunity to be successful.
It's my understanding now, and correct me if I'm wrong, that this mixed vote, this passage by the Delegate Assembly and a not passing by the Board of Control, these both were sent to the Department of Education. And from what I've read in the paper, there's an arbitrator has been set up to come up with some type of solution. I know they met this week. What came out of that?
Well, it was sent to the state board. State board sent it right back to the high school association, and they put a task force together, 37 members on that task force, and I was part of that task force. And we came out with a proposal that we thought would be fair, not even. Now there's a difference between even, because it's very difficult because there's such different entities to make it ever even. We understand that. And even the proposal that we had gave some advantage to them. For instance, Title IX issues, skewed numbers. But basically what the public said is if they will define their feeder schools. Public schools have feeder schools. Meade County has one in Stewart Pepper Middle School. So Trinity and St. X in their archdiocese and all the 8 private schools, for instance, in Jefferson County, if they would come with their feeder schools and then not recruit our students for academic reasons as well as athletic reasons. And if they do make a decision to recruit our kids and they do not, just like any transfer rule, have a bona fide change of residence, and those students have to sit out an extracurricular participation for 2 years. And what that does, and we also wrote it, Larry, and you know that there's public schools out there that also recruit. And we wrote this proposal so that it also affected public schools. For instance, a kid in Meade County cannot come over to Hardin County by being recruited, which I'm not accusing that by no ways, nor has I ever remembered that happening, but it doesn't allow public schools to be jumping and being recruited, which we know that there's a lot of fishy situations out in the state. So this proposal was fair both to us as well it was to privates. They still would not agree to that. So that's where we are at this point.
Is it in the hands of the arbitrator at this point?
At this point, the arbitrator is going to send it back to the group, the task force that met Monday and Tuesday. And from that point, we're going to make a recommendation, and I think the recommendation will be with our proposal. I think it's going to be sent back to the Board of Control, actually to the State Board of Education. And my philosophy and my approach is, if after we've compromised as far as we have, Larry, and it still does not go the way we think it should go to give our kids an equal opportunity to be successful, then we go back to the original proposal, and that's Proposal 20, and to split it, because the privates are telling us again that we're not going to compromise, we're not going to come to the table, and that we're not going to play by your rules. And if they don't agree to do that, then there's only one thing that I think we need to do, and that's continue to say it, Proposal 20. And that message was sent very strongly with the public side up there Monday and Tuesday.
You know, the biggest opposition to that I hear from Lexington, people I have in Lexington, is that it would cost too much to have the tournaments, two sets of tournaments all throughout. I can't see that being a factor. Can you?
I can't either, and I've never seen any numbers. It's kind of ironic.
I'm not sure it wouldn't increase profits.
And I think so too. I think so. And the other smoke screen that I've continued to heard is it's going to affect the Sweet 16. Well, I don't think so that either, because there's all kinds of opportunities that public schools can participate in sports programs. The Sweet 16 will be in town, which is kind of the sacred cow in Kentucky. And we're not asking the Sweet 16 to change. We're asking that our students have an equal opportunity to be successful.
One thing else while you're here, Meade County was in the 17th district here since 1967. They got moved out this time by the KHSAA, and as I mentioned earlier here, they did that all across the state to try to equalize the numbers. How does your school community feel about being out of this district?
Well, tonight we feel pretty good. But it has been a really fun time coming over to 17th district and competing. And the thing that you know, it goes back to rules, Larry. It goes back to people making decisions, and I have to make decisions. I know you have as administrator. There's going to be decisions made, and you have to embrace the decisions, and you have to recognize people have to make tough decisions, and that's probably what the Kentucky High School Athletic Association had to do when they moved us over. Did we want to go? Probably not, but did we want to continue to compete in a 6-team district and when there's a lot of 3 teams out there? So no. So I think, again, the Athletic Association was trying to do something that was equitable and fair to kids, and that's what we were doing with going back to Prop 20, is trying to be equitable and fair to kids. So we will embrace where they send us, and our kids want to compete. And one thing that I want to make sure that the message is sent is we'll compete fairly. And we won't recruit. We won't do the things that we're not asking other students and other systems to do. So when we come over here, we want to compete fairly, and we've always been treated fairly in Hardin County, and we appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you for coming by, Mitch Crump, Superintendent of Schools in Meade County. A lot of insight on Proposal 20, and I appreciate you coming by.
All right, thank you.
We're 19 seconds away from beginning of third quarter here. John Hardin 46-26 over Meade County. As I said earlier, I thought John Hardin was a predominant favorite in the game. I didn't think it would be this quick, this early. Of course, there's a lot of basketball to be played yet, Hugh.
Yeah, there's quite a bit, but a 20-point lead and a solid team like John Hardin, you have to really like them now, Larry. We liked them before the game as a favorite, but right now they're real solid. Jumped out just real quick on Meade County. I mean, you got it rolling on them early, 7-0, 9-0, 11-0, and it's been an uphill battle for Meade County to creep back in. Like I say, they whittled it down a little bit at one time, but then John Hardin put another run right back on them.
Looks like both teams going back with their starting lineup. Lesage for John Hardin is in foul trouble. He has 3. No one else has 3 in the game.
Meade looks like more of a 2-3 here than their 1-2-2 from earlier.
Maybe a 2-1-2.
Maybe a 3, 3-2.
Stallworth, outside three-pointer, no good. Jordan Beanock continues control of the boards. He's played an awfully good second quarter here, and now starting the third.
Riley Beanock in the middle on that defense, and really he was hustling to a lot of different spots. So, like I say, maybe a 2-1-2 look.
That might cut out the drives by Brandon Bland. Bland with a 10-footer, no good, but Lesage is there to put it back in.
Yeah, Meade County got hurt by the extra bounce off the rim. Their guy jumped, and he was coming down when it finally came down below rim level. Lesage gets the put back.
Oh, missed an inside pass just a little bit late. Allowed Bland to have time to get down, and actually they knocked the ball off of Riley Beanock. It's going to be John Harden's basketball.
He's going to be open right there with John Harden's quickness for about a second. You can't wait a second and a half to throw that pass.
Bland at the point. Meade back into it may be their 1-2-2, and they just dropped him. John is not playing a point, so Riley Beanock's dropping back, playing more around the free throw line. Stallworth missed his second 3 outside. Inside, that was a nice pass.
Oh, good save by Whalen as Johnson tries to throw it off of his body.
Lesage, I believe Jordan had thoughts of dunking that basketball, but Lesage got up there and knocked it away.
Yeah, whether he was going to dunk it or not, he went to the hole real aggressive and made Lesage make a play on him, pick up his 4th foul. He did have it cocked back like he was thinking about it, though.
Jordan Beanock makes the first of 2. Hughes replaces Lesage. John Harden lineup. Lesage, that's his 4th foul, as Hughes said. Jordan makes both free throws, puts him into double figures at 11. Bland with the ball, facing a 1-2-2. Meade's 1-2-2. Stallworth playing on the outside. 3-pointer by Johnson. John continuing to put the three-quarter court. Mattingly on the baseline, no good. They're going to go with John Harden. Adrian Whalen and Brandon Johnson fighting for the ball. Off Whalen goes to John.
Meade County's bench a little frustrated the last 2 calls down there on the inline. Thought maybe it was their ball, and John Harden got them both.
Hughes in the corner. Out to Bland and over to Stallworth for another 3-point shot. This one is good. 19 points for Stallworth. We're early in the third quarter.
Yeah, he only had 4 in the first quarter, but picks up 12 in the second quarter, so really got that offensive motor running.
Jordan Beanock going to Strong to the goal. Ooh, circus shot. Gets it to go.
A little dipsy-do flipperoo there right off the glass. At least he found the glass with that was his best chance of getting that one to go.
Johnson and wing over to Stallworth. Same spot.
That's a little bit deeper.
Same spot. Maybe a step back. Jordan with another strong rebound.
Mays, that was a heat check maybe.
Up to Dow, inside to Jordan Beanock. Missed this one, off to Hughes. Bland had a thought and brought it back out. Meade still in their 1-2-2 zone. Not a lot of pressure on the ball. Yeah. Inside to Bland, turnaround 12-footer, no good. Jordan Beanock, another rebound. Wanting to go to the hole.
Good hands. Jaron Mourning down there defending 2-on-1. Gets a hand in the passing lane to pick up the steal.
Knocked it down. Johnson with the ball out front. Price going to enter the lineup. Bland in corner. In the middle to Hughes, 10-footer. Might have got a hand on that. Stallworth though with a strong rebound, puts it in and gets a foul.
Hughes might have got fouled there in the lane. He had a 10-footer and shot at 8, but Stallworth catches it and gets fouled as he lays it in.
It's Jordan Beanock. I think that's at least 2 on Jordan. I don't know if I missed one or not there, but Meade County doesn't have anyone in foul trouble as yet. Stallworth has 21. Good, 22 points for Mays Stallworth.
Yeah, he's 5 above his season average. We got a quarter and a half to go.
Whalen saves it into Riley Beanock. Spin, and probably should have shot that ball, but he didn't. Mattingly, oh, nice jump hook.
Oh, sweet little touch on the baby hook there. Mattingly having a super offensive night for Meade County.
13 for Mattingly. Mattingly averages 8. Price over to Brandon Bland. Johnson looks to Stallworth, doesn't pass. Over to Bland in the corner. He does make a move to the basket, short on his 12-footer. Riley Beanock with the rebound. He's fouled by Stallworth.
Bland was hot early in the ball game, really put up quite a few points early, was shooting the ball real well. Coming out here in the second half, hadn't really found his rhythms, had 3 shots and looked like all 3 of them were just a shade short.
You know, John got a few steals there early in the first quarter and kind of got everybody feeling good, and then they made a couple of jump shots. Haven't got those steals in this half. John back in their matchup. Whalen trying to make a move, back out to Dow. Jordan Beanock in the middle calling for the ball. Pops out to the 3-point line. A little long. Stallworth with the strong board. Whalen after him, and he's going to get a foul. We got 3 on Adrian Whalen. 52, 54 rather than 32. John Harden, 3 minutes and 13 seconds here in the third quarter. Price bringing the ball up the floor for John Harden. Meade County in their 1-2-2. Got Adams in the corner, back to Price. Bland in the wing, down to Hughes. Back to Price. Stallworth for another 3. It's good.
We haven't missed many of those tonight.
Stallworth has 9 this half for 25 for the game. 25-point margin. Got a timeout here, Meade County.
Timeout on the court.
Whatever Meade County has tried to do on Mays Stallworth, it hasn't been any help. He's had 25 points. He scored outside. He scored inside. He's driven to the basket on the baseline. Outstanding player, having an excellent night.
Yeah, no answer for him. Even with the zone, where you can usually find a way to get a second guy going with him, hadn't had any luck with him at all tonight. Mays is shooting the ball well, and he's taking good shots. I don't think he's forced anything all night. Hey, even the deep threes he's shooting, that's a pretty good shot for him. We've seen him knock that down, and he's shooting it pretty wide open.
He is. They're not really getting any pressure out there on him, and that's something I'm sure they're talking about in a huddle over here. Looks like, he's made 4 threes. I'd say he's probably 4 for 8, 4 for 9, something like that, which is a pretty good percentage on 3-pointers. And Meade really hasn't respected him out there.
Well, it's tough, too, because to get a guy big enough to go out and guard him, Meade County's got to take one of their interior players. I guess Beanock could follow him around, the 6'5" kid. But when you follow him that far out on the floor, you got to worry about his dribble penetration. But most of the time when those guards run out there, Mays can just shoot over top of them. No way Whalen's going to bother his shot out on the perimeter.
No, he's going to have to be right up on him if he does. He can't come from an off position, from a part of the zone and come out and stop him.
Yeah, Whalen and Dow chasing him out on the perimeter is not much use.
Riley into Whalen. Riley Beanock into Whalen. Jordan Beanock inside, but not a good pass. Mays Stallworth got a hand on it, and we're going the other way.
Looked like a good 3-quarter down there on the defensive end. Was able to get that hand to pass in lane. Probably the pass shouldn't have been thrown.
Stallworth makes a strong move. Excellent entry pass there by Mourning. Stallworth made a nice move to the basket and got the foul.
Really showing off versatility tonight. I mean, he's over here shooting 25-footers right in front of us, and next time down the floor, he's over there on the block posting up. So really showing his ability to go inside, outside, and to move back and forth and be an option for John Harden for many spots on the floor.
Missed the first, up for the second shooting foul. That rimmed out too. Got a lot of wiring there, but didn't stay.
Might be the first time all night he's missed 2 shots in a row. He's going to get a steal right back, though. Nobody there for Meade County. It's a bounce pass came to the sideline.
That bounce pass came up above the, like we got a foul on Dow. That bounce pass by Raleigh Beanock came up about waist high. You're not going to get many of those to connect against John Harden.
Well, he's throwing about a 30-foot bounce pass, and that's just going to get closed on by about any team, let alone a team with the foot speed and the defensive pressure of John Harden.
Jordan Alexander tried to enter the game. They're going to push him back out until Jordan shoots one of the free throws. Or so Price, rather, shoots one of the free throws. At the line for 2 shots. He misses the first. Now we'll get substitutions.
You know, they put that rule in to make them wait till the second one to try to speed the game up so there wasn't a sub after every free throw. But almost every time they try to come in on the first one, the referees have to send them back. You're killing the same amount of time.
And we've only been doing that about 5 years now.
Yeah, nobody's figured that out yet.
Nick Stinnett and Jordan Alexander into the game for Meade County, replacing Riley Beanock and Mattingly.
Opportunity for those guys off the bench who haven't played yet tonight, maybe to make an impression and pick up some time down the road for Coach Garris's Green Wave.
Jordan Beanock made a nice move on the inside, missed a shot, but did pick up a foul.
Foul is on Kerry Hughes, his second
on Hughes.
You know, coming into a runaway game, a game that it looks like you're getting blown out pretty good as a bench player, you still want to try to do good things and play real solid, because that's one of those things down the road you can earn some of that time. You're always trying to pick up extra time and points with the coaches.
Jordan Beanock, that's 6 in a row for Jordan. Made all 6 of his free throws tonight. It's been mostly Jordan Beanock this quarter. He has 6 of Meade County's 8 points.
Yeah, they're just not getting much scoring all the way across the board. Beanock being the 75% of it this quarter.
58-34, John Harden over Meade County. Terrence Butler in the game for John Harden, 51. Got in without me noticing.
Terrence is 6'5" junior, long-armed.
Brandon Johnson with the ball. Terrence Butler went for the ball, but lost it off of his hand and goes out of bounds to Meade County. John playing a few substitutes here. Adams with a nice move to the basket and a good basket.
Nice pick up to the ball and a step through. Kept his pivot foot, took a big step through to get right to the front of the rim.
Good steal by Brandon Johnson from behind on Jordan Beanock. And he tries the same move that Bryson Adams did, and not the same result.
Meade County not passing very well against the press and not protecting behind them as people come sneaking up behind them 2 possessions in a row.
Dow went to sleep, bringing the ball up the floor there, and Johnson, who had fallen in the back court, waited and got it from behind.
Yeah, they got to realize he's down here under the cheerleaders where he threw up that wild left-hander coming down through there on the break. But they've got to know that he's coming from behind him. Somebody has to recognize. Also, his teammates, you got to talk to one another and alert the guy with the ball that there's somebody sneaking in up under you.
Like Meade has been just a step slow, and a lot of teams are a step slow against John Harden, to be honest with you. They've got a lot of quickness at all positions, play very strong defensively, don't give up a lot of ground. You know, if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to go do it. They're not going to give you the baskets.
Meade County's not the first team to walk in here and get thumped pretty soundly or to have a lot of trouble with John Harden's pressure defense.
As we said, John is 13-1, only loss being in the finals of the King of the Bluegrass.
They've already come back and avenged that somewhat, although they'd like to win their last meeting of that series this year, I would think, be it in the district or the region.
Nice pass inside to Terrence Butler.
Butler gets him a basket, nice post move.
His first bucket. Whalen in front court. Down to Alexander. Whalen makes a move to the basket, about an 8-footer. It's good. It's his first basket of the night. He has 2 free throws in the first half. Price in the front court, over to Johnson. That's Mourning. Adams, nice pass inside to Price. Missed the layup. Rebound comes off to Stinnett, and Whalen brings it up. Acrobatic shot, the buzzer didn't go. At the end of the third quarter, it is John Hardin 62 and Meade County 36. They've stretched a 20-point halftime lead into 26 points here at the end of the third. May Stallworth had 9 points in that third quarter, 9 of John Hardin's 16. I missed the point somewhere, I guess, there.
I think it's 16-10 that quarter. They have 46 at the half, 62 now. So.
Yeah, I missed a free throw there somewhere. Jordan Beanock has 6 points for Meade County, their leading scorer. Whalen had 2 and Levi Mattingly 2. So 10 points for Meade County and 16 points in that quarter for John Hardin. Stretches the lead to 26 at 62-36.
Yeah, at this point with a quarter to go, we're looking at 8 minutes left. And just a question of how many, you know, if you're Coach Garris down there, you're talking to him, you don't want to see him lay down here. You want to see the effort keep going, you know, try to do some things right, work against this press, because you probably won't see one a whole lot better than this. If you can start seeing some success against this, maybe you'll get some confidence for future games down the road.
John Hardin came back with their starting lineup. Meade's going with, actually they've made another substitution. Chris Rowe is into the game. They're going with the people that the only starters they have is Whalen and Jordan Beanock. Whalen's it's going to be an over and back call. Not a good pass, and the ball got deflected a little bit. Whalen got a hold of it and then was forced over the midcourt line. There was some contact there, but no foul called. Levi Mattingly back in the ball game for Meade County. Places Nick Stinnett. Meade is in a man-to-man defense.
Hey, you'd think probably another couple minutes max already start getting a little deeper into his bench. Of course, he's got about 7 or 8 guys that he plays pretty regular, but you'd think he'd get these starters out of here with this big lead.
A lot of contact. What are they going to call? A foul on Adrian Whalen.
And he got the worst for wear out of that one. Comes up, looked like he got popped in the mouth.
There were a lot of arms and elbows going in that after that ball.
Yep.
Ball comes into Bland, started by Jordan Beanock. Brandon Johnson wanted it, didn't give it to him. Sage, it's Morning out the Blaze, or May Stallworth. Ball goes off with Sage and it'll go to Meade County.
Well, Sage followed that pretty hard, real close to being on the back there and being out of the game with his 5th, but he'll hang around for a while longer.
Whalen goes against, brings the ball up against John's. Looks like they're trapping out of their matchup at this point. Got Whalen trapped in the corner, over to Rowe. He missed it, but Mattingly's there. Had the rebound, lost it. Johnson knocked it out, and he knocked it on the out-of-bounds line as he did. Knocked it away from Mattingly, but it did knock it on the out-of-bounds line. Whalen to throw the ball in for Meade County. Jordan Beanock handling the ball, can't get a shot. That's Whalen. Whalen looking inside, nobody open. Jordan Beanock calling for the ball, gets it inside, blocked by May Stallworth. Whalen picks it up, tries to make a move, missed it. Ball comes off, long pass down to Bland. Layup.
Good strong move, goes to, that's his power side, his left hand's his strong hand, right to the rack.
That's Brandon Bland's first basket here in the second half. We're 6 minutes into the 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Jordan Beanock out to Whalen for an open 3, a little bit long, with Sage and Rowe come down with the rebound. Jump ball, possession arrow goes to John Hardin. Bryson Adams will replace Morning.
Coaching staff talks to Lesage coming back down the floor about rebound that ball and then get it above your shoulders, not down there where the 5'7" guy comes in there and is the same height as you because you're holding the ball waist high.
Have a little problem here. What are we looking at? Seem to be worked out. Ball comes into John Harden. Brandon Bland attacks Meade County's man-to-man defense. Bland. Stallworth to the basket. They're going to call Whalen reaching around. Got to be all on Adrian.
Yep, he's done.
5 fouls. Not a good matchup. Adrian guarding Stallworth. Stallworth got a lot of quickness as well. Faked him up. Of course, he shot the ball so well on the outside tonight. Adrian had to appreciate that. When he did, Stallworth drove right by him, and Whalen tried to knock it away to save it and got picked up the foul. Into Lesage. Nice out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, they run the front guy as a distraction. Lesage just kind of follows him right behind him. They throw a little lob to him.
Alexander into Jordan Beanock. Mattingly. Struggle, who did they call? Stallworth with the.
Yeah, I think he fell in under the guy, clipped him.
Fouls on Meade, Stallworth, that's his second. Team's fourth.
2 on Stallworth.
Ricky Price back in the game for the Bulldogs.
Meade County will take it out. Rowe will bring it in to Alexander. Jordan Alexander, 6-foot junior. What have we got? The referee's wanting something changed here. 5, changing the clock.
Yeah, it didn't start it. Chris is going to run a couple seconds off. Yeah. Chris says I'm doing overtime when you don't run the clock.
They used to say that a referee could do just about anything in a game but take time off the clock.
Chris just said that was a correctable error on his part.
Now I've seen him take time off the clock. Stallworth, a nice move, but Jordan Beanock with a heck of a block.
Heck of a block, but John Harden following it up again to get an easier follow-up than the original shot.
Price picked up that straight and stuck it in. Stallworth was high, but Jordan Beanock was higher. Mattingly outside. Alexander with his first shot. It's a little long. Jordan Beanock back. Against Steve, that could have been, yes, that's a walk. I thought so.
Yep. Did that big step through earlier, and I really thought he did what he was supposed to do earlier, but that looked like a pick it up and then a two-step.
A two-step.
This one's really blown up here, 32-point spread.
I don't have 35 in my program.
Landon Graves. John Harden?
Yeah.
I got Landon Graves on a sheet we had from a previous game.
Graves with the basketball.
Yeah, Graves, a 5'7" junior, according to a sheet I got earlier in the year. Try not to throw those away, Larry. You never know when you need them.
Price.
Those
bad
away.
Pass into Graves. Riley Beanock picks it off.
Yeah, stepped right in that passing lane.
Riley to Rowe. To Alexander. Jordan Beanock posting on the block, doesn't get the ball. Riley Beanock on the block. Nobody gets the ball. Comes back outside. Alexander looking back. Alexander makes a nice pass to Riley Beanock rather. His first basket of the night.
Yeah, sometimes you can get in trouble hung up down that baseline, but a good job of keeping the dribble alive until he can find somebody to pass to.
Riley made a nice left-hand jump hook there. Lesage with a three-pointer. Everybody's feeling the three for John tonight.
The guys on the bench like that, they're all up cheering and grinning.
Wonder how many threes Lesage has taken this year. That's his 4th of the year.
He's shooting 50% if those are up-to-date stats. 2 of 4.
2 of 4. Long pass down to Graves.
Yep. According to PA, we got the right name there, so get Landon in the book with a basket.
Jordan Beanock with a 15 or 18-footer, no good. Stallworth with the rebound, 73-38, a 35-point lead here with about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this basketball game. Greg Lesage over to Graves. Yeah, nice pass inside to Stallworth for a layup. Little backdoor cut.
Artie calls a timeout, but he only wants to sub, so he's taking the shortest of them.
We've got Ed Butler coming in and Terrence Butler.
Yeah, Meade County had players waiting, Artie had players waiting, so he calls a 30-second timeout. Really doesn't need anything, doesn't need to talk to anybody at this point in the game, but gets everybody off the scores table. It was filling up down there.
Casey Hubbard, number 10, is in for Meade County. Derek Spink in for Meade County. Nick Stinnett, along with Jordan and Riley Beanock. Inside to Jordan, and he loses it.
Never did catch it.
Over to Terrence Butler, he loses it.
Somebody's got to pick that thing up.
Riley picks it up, gives it over to Hubbard. Back to Riley, inside to Jordan. Tried to go back to Riley, but was picked off. Another basket, yes, another basket by Landon Graves.
Landon's got that figured out. If we steal the ball, take off.
Making the most of a short opportunity here, rare opportunity. A steal by Graves. Bringing it, a nice pass over to Adams. Adams tried to dunk it, didn't quite go. Couldn't quite get it down. Nick Stinnett with the board over to Hubbard. Hubbard brings right up the middle. Riley didn't want to shoot it and turned it over. Graves strong to the basket. Had two people after that ball.
This one's gotten a little bit wild, Larry. Those last 2 or 3 trips up and down the floor, a little bit wild.
Got some kids that don't get a chance to play a lot, and they're giving it their all.
That's right.
I like to see that.
They've got that motor revved up about as fast as it'll go right now, back and forth.
Got another substitute for John Harden. That'll be Savoy. William Savoy replaces Adams. Graves taking the ball out of bounds. Meade County comes in with Jeremiah Mann for Raleigh Beanock. Ball comes into Butler. He misses it. It's Ed Butler. And trying to get the ball back, Ed makes a foul.
Yeah, you'd think, I wonder if Ed and Terrence are brothers. They're both 6'5" juniors, possibly twins, maybe.
They don't look like twins.
They don't look like it. But their last names are the same, and they're the same height.
They're about the same size. You never know.
Reading the roster, we could be fooled, couldn't we?
Yes, we could.
They definitely don't have the same hairdo. That could be it.
Who's they coming out? Landon is coming out.
Yeah, Landon's got his points. He got a couple run outs there.
I don't have number 12 either. Do you have that number?
See what we got. Nope. You found one I don't have.
I'm sorry.
Let's see if I can find another roster. We'll see if we can find a kid's name.
We don't have the name on that one.
Maybe somebody's been playing JV that's earned them a spot.
Ed Butler with a block on Stinnett. Meade County does get the ball out to Hubbard. Hubbard looking for a shot. Brings it back outside to Mann. Go back to Hubbard. Cross to Mann. Mann puts it on the floor, goes to the baseline, gets cut off. Back to Hubbard. John Harden will not allow him to penetrate. Hurst takes a shot anyway, a little bit short. It's like Savoy with a foul for John Harden. 77-38, 39-point margin. 37.8 seconds to go. We have Nick Stinnett, his first trip to the free throw line. He'll be up there for 2.
John Harden was up 20 at the half, and right at this point they're nearly 20 ahead this half, so 2 solid halves of basketball and probably their high output for the season in points.
Stinnett missed both of them. Rebound comes off to John Harden.
Put your hands together, dog. Come on. Clap it down.
Butler.
Make some noise
to Butler. Sorry, I don't have number 12's name either.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I looked even on a full district roster, and he wasn't listed on the earlier season one.
John Harden running a little flex offense here, looking for that inside shot. Not a good pass, and Terrence Butler loses the ball out of bounds on the sideline. 8.2 seconds, 77-38. Meade County doesn't appear to be in any hurry to shoot it. Here goes Hubbard. Back to Hubbard. He's not going to get it off. 77, John Harden. 38, Meade County. Meade County was held to 2 points in the last quarter. Leading scorers in tonight's game. Brandon Bland had 15 points in the first half. Only one basket in the second half for a total of 17. Brandon Johnson had 8 points probably the first 4 minutes of game, and that's all of his scoring for this evening. He ended up with 8. Greg Lesage picked up 7 in the second half, 2 in the first, ends up with 9. Ricky Price was 1 bucket in each half for 4 points. Stallworth had 16 in the first, 11 in the second for 27. Bryson Adams had 2 and along with a 3 in the first half for a total of 5. Terrence Butler had a bucket, 2 points, and Landon Graves had 2 buckets for 4 points. Now I missed one of those points there, but Stallworth has 27, Brandon Bland 17, Lesage 9, Brandon Johnson 8, Adams 5, Price and Graves 4, and Butler 2. For Meade County, Adrian Whalen had a bucket in the second half, 4 for the game, 2 free throws in the first for 4 points for the game. Brian Dow had 1 bucket in the first half, didn't score in the second. Riley Beanock had 2 points in each half for 4 points. Jordan had 6 points. Jordan Beanock had 6 points in the second half, 9 in the first for 15. Levi Mattingly 2 in the second half after an outstanding first half with 11, ends up with 13, and that's all. Jordan Beanock 15, Levi Mattingly 13, Whalen and Riley Beanock 4, and Brian Dow had 2 for a total of 38 points. Never really a ball game, Hugh. John Harden started off, 13-0, 11-0, I know, maybe 13-0, and really never looked back.
Yeah, they jumped on them early, and it snowballed on Meade County. Never could dig their way out of the hole. John Harden played a nice, solid ball game, and they always, at home, you're expected to do that, but they played well on both ends of the floor. I like the fact that they had a lot of assists. When they ran out and they passed the ball, they found open guys, even in the half-court set. Some real nice passes there, and that shows some good teamwork. Guys not just looking for their own points, but the whole team contributed tonight. So a good win for John Harden.
It was an excellent win for John. Meade came in, with a 9-5 record and had been playing well, and John Harden completely took them out of anything they wanted to do. Shot the ball extremely well, and as you said, the pressure defense, and Meade really was never in the basketball game.
Yeah, last 30 minutes, I think we already knew who was going to win. After 2 minutes, and they put them down double digits to nothing right off the bat, we were pretty sure John Harden was rolling.
Well, this is Larry Miller, along with Hugh O'Brien, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes for the second game in this doubleheader between the Lady Waves of Meade County and the homestanding Lady Bulldogs from John Harden. At this time, we'll sign off until about 8 or so minutes before the second game. Thank you for being with us tonight, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bulldog Gym on the campus of John Hardin High School in Red Cliff, Kentucky for tonight's high school basketball action between the homestanding John Hardin Lady Bulldogs and the visiting Lady Wave from Meade County. My name is Larry Miller. Along with me for color tonight is Hugh O'Brien. This telecast is made possible by Brandenburg Telecom, and it's shown live on Brandenburg Telecom Channel 1. It is produced under the direction of Jane Shagul and the Hardin County students of TV production classes throughout the county. This broadcast is shown on delayed basis on Hardin County Education TV. Check your listings for time. John Hardin tonight comes in, coached by Stephen Nall, come into this game with a record of 9-7. The Lady Bulldogs have won 5 of their last 6 and 7 of their last 9. They started the season with only 2 wins in their first 7 games. Meade County, coached by Joshua Hart, enters this game with an 11-4 record, having lost their last game to North Hardin, but have won 9 of the previous 10. Common opponents for these two teams have been Bardstown, North Hardin, and LaRue County. Both John and Meade County have defeated Bardstown and LaRue, and both have lost to North Hardin High School. On paper, these two teams appear to be evenly matched, and we're expecting a very exciting game. Meade County High School was a member of the 17th District since 1967, but this year was moved into the 3rd Region and into the 11th District. So while this game may lack some of the importance of a district game, both teams are on a roll and would like to keep their winning streaks alive. Both would like to keep their winning streaks going here, although Meade County lost a 2-pointer to North Hardin 46-44 on Tuesday night, I guess it was, over at Meade County. Both teams have size, although we've looked at the starting lineups here, and it looks like that Meade County is going to be without Danae Powers, 5'10 senior forward, averaging almost 10 points a game, 9.3, will not be in the lineup tonight. Hugh, how do you see this basketball game?
I can only base my Meade County evaluation on seeing them play last year, and they've got some returning players here, but they were a fairly solid squad. Coach Nall's trying to build with his squad. Both teams on a little bit of a run coming in, trying to maintain some momentum as we've hit the new year here. Again, on paper, Larry, it looks pretty even, and hopefully we'll get a good ball game out of it. We didn't have a lot of a ball game in the boys matchup earlier tonight, but hopefully we can get a good matchup here with the girls.
Both teams were pretty active over the Christmas break. John Hardin played in the Adair County Invitational and the Executive Inn Rivermont Invitational in Owensboro. They played 3 games at Adair County, lost 2. Lost to a good Caverna team in Adair County. Came back and beat Carlisle County 69-18. Then they went to Owensboro, beat Fern Creek out of Louisville, lost to Rose Hill Christian. Then came back and beat McCreary Central and Knott County Central to win 3 of 4 games in that tournament. Meade County played in the first Citizens Bank Classic up at North Bullitt, won all 3 games and won that tournament. And then they went on a road trip to Daytona Beach, nice place to go in December if you're from Kentucky. Won their first 2 games against a Georgia-Florida team, lost to a South Carolina team 51-26, and then came back in the consolation bracket to beat Franklin County of Kentucky 44-40. Then they came back and beat Cloverport, Holy Cross, before losing to North Hardin on Tuesday night. John Hardin will start Mullins today. Mullins, 11.3 points per game at 1 forward. Walton, Janika Walton, 4.9 points per game. And Celeste Cross at 2.2 points per game at the guards. Lauren Minch at the post, center position, averaging 5.8 points per game. And Tasha Richards at the other forward at 10.9 points per game. Meade County will start a sophomore, 5'8 sophomore, Mindy Oliver, who is their leading scorer for the season at 10.1 points per game and 4.3 rebounds. At 1 forward, Kendall Kessinger, a 5'7 guard, senior guard at 8.9 points per game. Jasmine Newby, a 5'4 guard. Kayla Stull, a 5'10 forward at 7 points, 5 points, and 7 rebounds, our leading rebounder. And Kayla Fackler, a 5'8" forward and a sophomore at the other forward. So they'll start Oliver, Kessinger, Stoll, Newby.
Take on the home team, your John Hardin Lady
and
Bulldogs.
Have the starting lineups
for tonight's starting lineup. First,
County. We'll see if that's correct.
At guard, number 5, Kendall Kessinger.
Kissinger is a 5'7" senior.
Forward, number 15, Kayla Stoll.
Kayla Stoll, 5'10", sophomore.
Newby.
5'10" junior, I'm sorry.
At forward, number
Newby,
32,
the 5'4" junior. Oliver, their leading scorer, 5'8" sophomore.
Kayla Fackler. Coaches for the Lady Waves are Dina Hurt.
That was Kayla Fackler, a 5'8" sophomore.
Head coach John to the Lady. And now the starting lineup.
Meade County on the surface doesn't look very big. I think John Hardin's going to have quite a bit of size.
Well, especially when they've gone to starting Richard. Last time we were here, they started Washington and Richard came off the bench. So with Minch and Richard, that should give them a size advantage, and they like to throw it into that post.
Richard has picked up for scoring, averaging 10.9 points per game.
Also, number 33, a senior forward in Richard.
Tasha Richards.
Next, number 20, 5'6", Jenica Walton. And finally, number 24, a junior center at 6 feet, Lauren Minch.
Mullins, Walton, Cross, Minch, and Richards.
Stephen Nall.
We gave them to you earlier.
And the rest
John Hardin's going to have a decided height advantage here.
Your officials for tonight's competition are Willie Johnson and Jerry Rhodes. Official timekeeper is Ed Schonkweiler. Scorekeeper statisticians are Miss Karen Hall and
Larry, we've seen Minch do some good things in previous games here. Start off fast and play good down inside, and then she tends to fade a little bit. With the size advantage tonight, I think they should look down in there pretty regular bases there. The guards need to flash and look and pay attention to her and Richard and their post ability.
Meade County tipped the ball and nobody picked it up, so it's going to go to John Hardin. Mullins brings the ball into Walton.
Meade County starts out man-to-man here.
John Hardin inside right off the bat to Richards and gets a foul early. Nice play by John Hardin. I think that's probably going to be open a good part of the night if Meade stays in that man-to-man.
If you coach I think that's an early theme is to establish the inside game and take advantage of our size down there low.
Richards goes to the line, the first trip for anyone, 7:51 to play. And Richards missed the first free throw. Makes her second. Tasha Richards puts John Hardin on the board. It's 1-0.
John sprints back to get the defense set, half court. Looks like a 1-3-1.
Kessinger. Oh, nice pass inside. Basket by Oliver.
Meade County looked like they were ready for that 1-3-1. They execute perfectly and get the ball on the baseline for a layup.
Meade County in their man-to-man. Pick out front, goes to right. Oh, high-low inside to Minch. Missed it. And Richards tried for the rebound but lost it out of bounds to Meade County.
It's been very easy to throw it into the post both of the first two trips, but they've got to stick that thing in.
Kessinger bring the ball for a long pass and a long shot by Oliver, but no good this time. Cross up the floor. Cross looks inside to Richard, gets it in there to her. Her move to the basket. Little running left-hander, no good. Gets it back, but Meade County in the form of Kayla Fackler picks it off. And Meade runs the other way. Over to Oliver, doesn't want the shot this time. Newby inside the Stoll. Back to Newby. Cross to Oliver. That's Kessinger. Newby trying to go to the basket. It's not there. Fackler tries to drive, gets cut off, and a bad pass over to Mullins.
Yeah, bad place to pick it up down there on the baseline.
Over to Cross. Cross looks inside to Minch. It goes in there. Minch making a move to the basket. Misses it, but that's a foul on Stull, and that's going to be her second foul very early in this ball game.
You can tell early what Coach Null's wanting them to do. They haven't done anything but throw the ball inside the first 3 times they've had it.
Stull at 5'10" is Meade's only player taller than 5'8". Minch makes her first free throw. Second, she misses.
We stay 2-all.
Kessinger up the floor, facing John Harden's man-to-man. Oliver looks for the shot, passes. Long three-pointer by Kendall Kessinger. Good
shot.
5-2, Meade County over John Harden.
They're a little loose there with that cross-court pass. If John Harden had their head eye on the ball, might have stole it, but Kessinger knocks down the open 3.
Cross into Richard. Long shot by Mullins, no good. Richard runs it down, back to Mullins. Back out front to Cross, they set it up. John running their high-low. Meade's gone to a zone to keep it from going in there. Deflection by Newby, and it'll go back to John Harden. Walton with the ball out of bounds. Comes into Cross. Back to Walton. Inside, low to Minch. Richards calling for the ball, gets it. No place to go. Meade County collapsed on her as soon as she got the ball and ties it up, jump ball. Arrow goes toward Meade County. 5-2 Meade County here with 5:16 to play in the first quarter.
You like to see Minch when she throws that ball to Richard at the elbow to make a cut toward the block where they can work the high-low. She stayed out wide on the baseline, really doesn't present herself as an offensive option. Good back pick, but not a very good pass.
Not a good pass. Not a real great pick, and it was a little bit low. Not a lot of room to operate there, and Newby made a poor pass, and the ball went out of bounds. It does go back to Meade County, though.
Yep, they're trying to blindside him with the high pick on the weak side and maybe run her open to the block.
It was a long shot by Stull, no good. Ball comes off to Minch over to Cross. Meade in her 2-3 zone. Inside to Richard. Puts it on the floor, back to Cross. Cross into the lane, but doesn't take the ball with her. Lost the ball.
Hard to dribble through that traffic and come out of it with the ball.
Newby, a strong move to the basket. Good basket.
Yeah, Coach Hart clapping. He likes that nice aggressive move and use of the backboard there.
7-2, Meade County over John Harden. Walton. That's Mullins with the ball. Walton in the middle wanting the ball and pass through. Richards on the outside into Minch, deflected out of bounds. Go back to John Harden.
Meade County off to a good start. Made some shots, and they've switched defenses, and it seems to have slowed down the interior game of John Harden as they've gone to the 2-3 zone.
Pick for Mullins on the baseline. She's got about an 18-footer, no good. Newby, another move to the basket. A nice move and nice shot.
She was aggressive. She decided about half court that she was going to go hard to the hole, went all the way in there and was able to draw the foul.
Jasmine Newby, a 5'4" junior guard, averaging 7.7 points per game. Amazing stat. She's picking up 4.5 steals a game. That's good in any league.
That's a sign of a good quick feet and good quick hands because you step into passing lanes and then you're able to deflect the ball. So obviously an excellent defensive player.
Newby gets her third point. Got a nice move on, nice flow there at the free throw line. Meade back in her 2-3. John's not taking any outside shots and having trouble penetrating or passing. I think somebody's going to have to put up something from outside here before long.
Yeah, they may have to shoot some. That's not their strength, is not the perimeter game and the outside shooting.
Richards got the ball inside, made a strong move to the basket. Spoke too soon. I guess there is something available on the inside. Kessinger in a deep corner, a little long. Mullins with a good rebound. Brings it up herself.
Yeah, she's an excellent rebounder for no taller than she is.
We've got a timeout here called by John Harden.
John Harden, this will be a full timeout.
I think Coach Nall is probably trying to instruct here what they want to do against this 2-3 zone. They really, John has not attacked it very well in the last 2 or 3 minutes here.
Yeah, I really think maybe the coaching staff, you'll watch it for a couple possessions to try to see where there's an opening in it. And right here, probably a good timeout. They probably spotted something that they want to try to attack. If you're Coach Hart down here on the other end, you maybe think about a different zone, something coming out. You know they're over there working on your 2-3. He might switch things up coming out of his huddle.
He basically needs to cover Minch and Richard. Whatever it looks like, those two are the two girls that have to be stopped. Because that was obviously John Harden's game plan early in the game, was to get it inside to either one of them. Yeah. They went high-low with Minch on the free throw line once. The next trip it was Richard at the free throw line. So that's obviously their game plan against any man-to-man. Meade plays a lot of man-to-man from what I've been told. So, that was probably the game plan coming in. Maybe they worked more against the man than they did the zone, and John's girls are not weren't quite ready for the zone.
Meade, good early adjustment, though, because the change of defense really helped because the ball hadn't gone inside near as easy as it did the first 3 trips.
See what kind of adjustment John Harden comes out with.
Looks like Meade's going to stay 2-3.
Cross out front.
Ooh, they did switch.
Good pass into Minch, but she doesn't make a real good shot, and it's long. Kessinger loses it. Mullins looks up, back to cross. They're set up.
I like that tweak with that run and jump. He needed to do something different. Showed him the same look, but then came out of it with the guards. Really flew at the ball handler on top.
Newby got a hand on it, but Cross recovered, and Newby fouled her. A couple of substitutions here for John Harden. Minch goes out, and Washington. Cross is out.
Compton, I think.
And Compton, Keisha Compton.
5'4" sophomore Compton. She gets a lot of playing time off the bench. Her and Washington both.
He's averaging 6.2 points a game and played awfully well the last game I was here. Yep. Inside to Richard, back to Mullins. Bad pass. Newby picks it off. She's going to the basket. Good block by Compton. But I see a fist up. They're going to call that a foul.
Newby with one of those 4.5 steals she's averaging a game right there. Stepped right in the passing lane and took off for the other end.
Newby at the line. She'll shoot 2 more. She's had 4 already. Meade County up 9-4 here at 2:39 mark of the first quarter. Newby right on the basket.
You're right, Larry. Her form looks good. I mean, she's been solid. All 3 of them have looked the same. You got to get that rhythm at the free throw line. You want to do the same thing every time. Good follow through. Nice shot by her.
She's got a good routine. It spoke a little too quick. Make 3 out of 4.
She's still 75%. That's not bad. All it takes a little bragging on somebody, right?
Yeah. Walton out front over to Compton. This is Washington. Compton makes a move against the zone, goes up for a nice basket.
Yeah, got to take advantage. The girl gambled in the passing lane over there, went for the steal. Compton makes her pay with the dribble drive.
Newby with a good pass inside. Fackler got the ball but was fouled before she could get it to the basket. That's going to be out of bounds to Meade County.
Washington a step slow coming across the lane, runs right through her body for the foul.
Shelby Chisholm replaces Kayla Stull in the Meade County lineup. Chisholm is number 10.
She's wide. No.
Ball comes into her. I'm sorry, that's Kayla Fackler.
Yeah, she was wide open too. Yeah. Good out of bounds play as they ran somebody the weak side block wide open.
Walton over to Washington.
Oh, right in front of Coach Hart. He can't like that. Looked like it got tipped last by John Harden, but they're going to get lucky and keep this one, looks like.
Washington into Compton. Back to Washington. Going over to Walton across the court. Compton penetrates, kicks out. Richard gets it in the middle, goes to the basket strong and doesn't stay for Mullins. They're going to call that a jump ball. Mullins and Chisholm both had control of that rebound.
The lack of an outside shooter right now is really playing a big factor for John Harden as they're working it around the perimeter, but Meade County packing it back in there, and they're just having trouble forcing it inside like they did early.
Compton with the ball over to Washington. Into Walton. Newby with, there's another one of those steals.
Yep.
Newby lost control of it. Where's that going to go? It's going to John. I thought it was off Newby. Kind of kicked off her foot.
She's ahead of pace with 2 already here in the first quarter. You can see those quick hands, how she can pick up 4 steals a game.
Walton over, or Compton to Washington, over to Walton. Walton's going to launch a 3. Good.
First time they really even looked at an outside shot was right there.
Kessinger, a nice inside pass. Chisholm gets a shot off, but can't get it to go.
When she first caught it was when she was open, but she couldn't get her footwork down to get the open shot. Newby creates that steal with the hand in the passing line.
Kessinger up the floor with the ball. John's in a man-to-man defense. Out to Newby. Meade has gone to a 2-stack offense.
Running a little clock. I think they'd be happy to take the last shot of the quarter and go in at no worse, up 6.
20 seconds left here in the first quarter, and Meade probably looking for the last shot. Up 12-6. Going to try to get something. Nice control, offensive game by Meade County. Nice inside pass, but she missed it.
They got what they wanted, just didn't capitalize with the little block shot.
Shelby Chisholm had a fairly easy shot there, but just a little bit long.
She's down, but coach called her in. We got exactly what we wanted. You ran that perfectly. Knock that home for me next time you get the chance.
Into the first quarter here, Meade County up 12-6. Desmond Newby has 5 points for Meade here in the first quarter. Kendall Kessinger had a 3 for 3 points, and Oliver and Fackler have a couple of buckets each. John Harden gets their 6 points off of Tasha Richard with 3, Compton 2, and Minch with a free throw. 12-6 into the first quarter. I think it's probably going to be a low-scoring game the way Meade is playing at tight 2-3 zone, and John not really got a lot of good shots. They've tried to force it inside. As you said, they're really not looking for the outside shot, taking 1 3-pointer, I think, here in the first quarter. If Meade continues to play that tight zone, they may have to put up a few more than that.
Well, the clock's really, the low scoring and a lot of time clicking on each possession because John Harden, they're throwing it around the perimeter, really looking inside, but when nothing's there, they just continue to pass around the outside. I think Meade County in the first quarter is up 12-6 because they made the better adjustments. They got out of that man-to-man pretty quick, which looked like a good plan, got into this 2-3. John Harden's yet to adjust to it and find something good that they can do against the 2-3 defense.
They've got the ball really to the free throw line pretty easily, but they've not got it to the block is where they want it. And as a result, haven't made a lot of baskets.
A little slower scoring first quarter than we had in the boys' games as John Harden put up a big first quarter, 25 points in the boys' game.
Angela Schmelzer in for John Harden. We start the second quarter. That's Schmelzer. Guarding Montgomery.
Ooh, in and out. That thing laid in the rim for a long time.
Got an offensive foul, or a rebound foul on Chisholm. Cross bringing the ball up the floor for John Harden against Meade's 2-3 zone again. Into Richards. They've got it there pretty easily, but they haven't been able to score from that position.
And they've had some shots. They've had a couple shots down inside there that have come in and out.
Oliver with the rebound. Out to Kessinger and inside. Going to be a foul. That ball was passed into Shelby Chisholm on the inside. She makes a good move to the basket and picks up a foul. Foul's going to be on.
Foul's on number 30, Angela Schmelzer. That's her first, team fourth.
On Schmelzer.
Shelby Chisholm for the lady.
They're going to put it out bounds underneath. Chisholm made a good move down there. Her footwork was real good. She made the little step through up and under move.
Ball goes inside, or tries to get inside to Fackler, but knocked away by Mullins. Ball will go back to Meade County. Oliver takes the ball out, goes to Kessinger. Montgomery. Over to Kessinger. Montgomery. Chisholm. And low to Kessinger.
I thought she held it and then dribbled it again.
Put
it right on her hip and then came back out with it, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She got away with it.
I think she had her back to the guy on the baseline, maybe.
Chisholm she gets a shot blocked, and John Harden's going to the offensive end.
She didn't have her back to Coach Nall down there as he gives him a piece of his mind coming by.
We got Schmelzer off the bench for a three-pointer.
I wondered about that substitution because she doesn't play a lot and then she'll take spells of playing. I wondered if that was possibly the outside shooting option Coach Nall maybe is looking for. She shows it right there with the three.
Yeah, she surely didn't hesitate. That's over and back. I believe that's a good call. I didn't see anybody touch it.
Well, she knocked it loose, but Meade County batted it last as it went into the backcourt. John Harden never had possession. It looked like a pretty good call.
Newby back into the lineup for Kessinger. Cross is taking the ball out. Cross into Walton. Over to they're going to guard her this time.
Yeah, got Newby on her side who's really quick coming out to the ball.
Got the ball in the middle like they've done several times. This time Richard gets fouled.
It's amazing what a made three-pointer will do for opening up the inside of the floor.
Forced Newby to have to come out on that girl, opening up the middle for Richard.
Spread that defense out just a little bit, gives you those passing angles. Maybe you can get the ball back in the post where they were successful early.
Richard makes the first. He's got a substitution here. Kayla Stull going to replace Kayla Fackler. 12-10, Meade County over John Harden, but John has scored 4 points, the only 4 points of this quarter. They were down 6 to start the quarter. Make that 5 straight to open the second quarter for John Harden. 12-11.
Little runs got them right back in.
Ball goes over to Newby. Newby trying to put a move on Richard. Pass is not a great pass, but it did get there. Oliver couldn't get the shot to go in.
Chisholm maybe down inside fighting for the loose ball. Yep.
We're going to call this one on Shelby Chisholm.
Team 6.
That's her second. Walton into Cross. Cross brings the ball across the timeline. Meade still in her 2-3 zone. Into Richard again. Back to Cross. Mullins at the baseline. That's her shot, really. Didn't get it this time. Kessinger up to Newby. Looks for a three. Three out of the corner by Montgomery doesn't go. Cross with the rebound. Cross quickly up the floor into Mullins. Got double teamed quickly on the baseline. Tried to shoot it out of there, and it's intercepted by Chisholm. Over to Kessinger, coming up against Mullins. Newby intercepted. Loose ball comes up to Walton. She's going to the hole. Nice move. Nice play.
That's where Jenica Walton's at her best, is attacking the basket, getting down in the lane. Not a great outside shooter, but her mid-range game and her driving game is real solid.
John has scored the first 7 points of the second quarter and takes a 13-12 lead.
Yeah, Meade County's on the verge of needing a timeout. Need a basket, really, to kind of calm the storm.
Kessinger with the 3.
That helps.
Kendall Kessinger.
That's 2 threes for Kendall Kessinger. Meade stays in their 2-3. Schmelzer with another 3. This time it's a little long. And that ball is going to go back to John Harden. Walton taking the ball out of bounds. Into Cross. And Cross falls down. They called her for a walk from across the floor. Not sure exactly what the official on the other side was looking at, but he didn't blow his whistle, did he?
No, this guy over here, but it's straight on from it, although he's about 45, 50 feet away.
It was a good call.
Yeah.
Kessinger. Meade County faces a man-to-man defense by John Harden. It's Montgomery, moves to the basket, not there. Kessinger's going to launch another one. This one's no good. Montgomery with the rebound. Goes back up, not quite. We've got a foul. 1-5 in the green. That's Kayla Stull.
That's her third.
probably going to, yes, Kayla Stoll's going to have to come to the bench. She's got 3 fouls here with 4:14 left in the second quarter.
Fackler gets her real quick right off the bench.
Kayla Fackler replaces her. We've got a timeout. Official scores.
I think we're at the bonus.
Yeah,
I think we're in the bonus.
We're going to shoot a bonus here. John Harden going to the line in the form of, who are they going to put at the line?
I'm not sure they know. They called it foul down here and didn't know it was the bonus.
Anybody, whoever walks up going to get shoot this one.
Tasha Richard.
And Tasha says, I'll shoot him.
Shooting 1 and a bonus.
Missed it. Kessinger attacks the John Harden man-to-man. Meade County up 15-13, 4 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the second quarter. Mullins goes for the steal, but it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Meade County.
Kessinger apologizing. That passing lane was closed long before she threw the ball. She should have kept that dribble alive and not made that pass.
Meade County's leading scorer, Mindy Oliver, is back in the game. Has only 1 bucket here in the first half. Kessinger looks at Newby with a cut. That's Oliver. Oliver forced one there maybe, didn't get it to go. Good rebound by Montgomery, and she goes to the basket and gets fouled.
As Fackler chasing the ball out of bounds down the end line, makes that play with the save, throws it back in bounds. You want to throw it back in bounds under your basket. You want to eat it under the other team's basket, but her save enables her to draw the foul.
Montgomery at the line shooting 2. Her first trip to the free throw line. Got that one.
Yep, lefty looked good, knocked her home.
A little strong on the second. Richard for the rebound. Over to Walton. Walton attacks the 2-3 zone. Inside to Mullins. Made a nice move, couldn't get it to go. Her own rebound, can't get that to go. Richard. Second time.
So you get 4 shots. Surely you're going to make one of them. John Harden really pounding on the glass down in there.
Kessinger, we got a 16-15 game. Meade County 1-point lead. To the basket. That's Fackler ahead of steam. She got cut off at the pass by Schmelzer. Schmelzer picks up a foul.
Fouls on number 33, Tasha Richards. That's her second.
All right. They called it on Richards? Not bad. Richard picks up 2.
Yep, they're going back to where you were, Larry.
Oh, okay.
Correction. He may be listening to you.
I thought he said 30.
Number 42, Ashley Neal.
Ashley Neal comes in for John Harden, replacing Mullins. That's her first time out, I believe.
Yeah, Neal, a 5'6" junior.
Fackler makes a second. And ball's going to stay with John Harden.
They're lucky to keep that as Walton left her feet. Really had nothing to do with the ball.
Ball comes into Walton. Walton over to Schmelzer, down to Compton. Out to Schmelzer. Walton and Compton way out front.
Yeah, they need to turn and face when they catch the ball over on the swing. She dribbled that right back out front. Need to turn and face, at least give a look inside to Richard.
Penetrate by Compton. Rebound basket by Tasha Richard. Richards beginning to show some strength around the basket here the last few minutes.
Yep, they've got this thing evened up at 17 with 2:45 left in the half.
Richard has 9 points here in the first half. She's been the focus of the offense here in the first half. They've tried to get her to her wherever possible, around the free throw line, even low. And if she makes a few in a row here, and then she's gone to the